Well, hi, hello, and how are you? I am Stendhal. Welcome to my channel. I am a licensed cosmetologist, trichologist, herbalist, research scientist, and a couple of other things. And today we are going to give you an inside scoop of why I so passionately make videos against Team Natural, because it is my personal opinion that Team Natural has completely ruined the hair industry. Let's break it down even more. Let's get ready to go.
Hello, I'm Linda Jones. Annie Malone's story is such a fabulous story, and it's a shame that most historians don't share her history with other people, and that's what we're going to do today.
Annie Malone was an American businesswoman, inventor, and philanthropist. In the first 3 decades of the 20th century, she founded and developed a large and prominent enterprise centered on cosmetics for African American women. She developed and manufactured her own line of non-damaging hair straighteners, special oils, and hair stimulant products for African American women. She named the new product Wonderful Hair Grower.
Annie Malone discovered a product. She created a product called Wonderful Hair Grower. And with this product, she was able to improve the hair condition of many, many people. And she sold her products door to door. She moved from Metropolis to Lovejoy, Illinois. And she was there for a number of years, a couple of years, and then she moved to St. Louis, Missouri. The World's Fair was in St. Louis, Missouri, and she decided to go to St. Louis because she wanted to increase her sales.
In 1902, Malone moved to a thriving St. Louis, where she and 3 hired assistants sold her hair care products from door to door. As part of her marketing, she gave away free treatments to attract more customers.
Most people are familiar with Madam C.J. Walker. Well, did you know that Madam C.J. Walker was one of Annie Malone's employees? Madam Walker worked for Annie Malone.
Poro is a West African word meaning physical and spiritual growth. Due to the growth in her business, in 1910, Turnbo moved to a larger facility on 3100 Pine Street. Malone, by then worth well over $1 million, built a 5-story multi-purpose facility in addition to a manufacturing plant. It contained facilities for a beauty college, which she named Poro College.
Poro was the name of the college that Annie Malone started, that she built. She built a college for black women, for cosmetologists, for black cosmetologists. And she wanted them to learn the trade, but she wanted them to give back to their communities by service. And in this college, which was located in St. Louis, this Poro College was so huge. It was a fabulous college. It was state-of-the-art. It had the dormitories for the students coming in. It had a hotel. It had a hotel attached to it, a dining facility. It had a rooftop garden. She had everything that she needed to make her product, to actually get her product from the raw materials until it was sent out to her customers.
The building included a manufacturing plant, a retail store where Poro products were sold, business offices, a 500-seat auditorium, dining and meeting rooms, a roof garden, dormitory, gymnasium, bakery, and chapel. Poro College employed nearly 2,000 people in St. Louis. Through its school and franchise businesses, the college created jobs for almost 75,000 women in North and South America, Africa, and the Philippines.
I remember as a person, it wasn't just about hair, it was about a lot of things going on. I think about all the jobs. She had a sewing room where they made the uniforms for not only the employees in the building, but they made the uniforms for the college students that came in to learn cosmetology. Well, she was kind of scary to me. And she wore like those big hats, and they were just really frightened.
She actually was in every large city in the United States. She had Poro agents. She had 75,000 Poro agents in every state in the United States, as well as international. She was in Haiti, Dominican Republic, Nova Scotia, Africa, the Virgin Islands, South America, anywhere there were black people. Annie Malone had agents there. 75,000 is a large number. She was there, and she also traveled to other countries promoting her business.
Malone is recorded as the U.S.'s first black female millionaire, based on reports of $14 million in assets held in 1920 from her beauty and cosmetic enterprises headquartered in St. Louis and Chicago. She used her wealth to promote the advancement of African Americans, and she gave away most of her money to charity.
She was the founder of the black hair industry, but she was also the first millionaire, and she was also involved in many philanthropic endeavors. She supported many colleges as well, college students. She also supported college students to every college. She did so much for people. Her life purpose apparently was to help people, to give back to her community. She believed in uplifting her community, and that's what we should be doing today. There's a children's home there that she started in St. Louis, and it was called St. Louis Children's Orphanage, and it was later changed to the Annie Malone Children and Family Services. It's still in St. Louis.
On May 10, 1957, Turnbo Malone suffered a stroke and died at Chicago's Providence Hospital. Childless, she had bequeathed her remaining fortune to her nieces and nephews.
She also left a legacy. She has a legacy back when she was here living. People knew of Annie Malone, but today people don't know who she is. They're more familiar with Walker, Madam C.J. Walker, but we want to get Annie Malone's name back into history simply because she was the first one. She was the founder, but because of all of her good principles that she left with us, her legacy, which needs to continue living. We have a legacy where people, for black women especially, that's an easy business to get started into and to maintain. However, we've allowed so many other people to come in and take it away from us. We want people to understand that this legacy that was started by people like Annie Malone and Madam Walker and Sarah Washington Spencer and there's others as well, that we need to continue. We need to continue with that legacy.
Annie Malone May Day Parade. This St. Louis tradition began over a century ago in the historic African-American Greaterville neighborhood when thousands of St. Louisans would gather to honor Annie Malone, the founder of Poro College and the noted children's home that carries her name.
We want people to understand that if she could do all of those things, she could accomplish all of those feats. And this is back in the early 1900s before there were computers, cell phones, internet, Facebook, LinkedIn. If she could accomplish all of that, 75,000 Poro representatives around the world, then there's nothing today that we cannot do.
Now, seeing all of this, I think we can agree that as Black women, we have an extremely rich history when it comes to hair. And Black women love to say things like, oh, white people, and they messing up our stuff. But guess what? Nobody has destroyed Black history and the history of Black hair like Black women. Let's get into it.
This Arizona woman does so much more than style hair. She made history. Arizona native and accomplished stylist Essence Farmer has been braiding hair since the age of 12.
I think a lot of Black women just got to a place where they wanted to embrace their natural and authentic selves and their own beauty because we've always been shown another standard.
Her iconic hair design featured in Essence magazine and in the National Museum of African American History in Washington, D.C.
Whatever flows out of you, you give to your client's able to just be able to wear it as almost a piece of art.
But it wasn't always easy for her to be that artist. Arizona law made it difficult to open up her own hair braiding salon.
So they told me I had to have a license.
At the time, Arizona's Board of Cosmetology required 1,600 hours of classroom instruction, even though not a single hour of natural hair braiding instruction was included in the program.
I took up issue with it because the things that I did, which was braids, locks, twists, they didn't teach nor did they test on it.
And at a cost of at least $10,000.
All that time that I would have spent going to cosmetology school and the money, to me, just didn't make sense.
So at just 23 years old, and with the help of the Institute for Justice, she challenged Arizona's cosmetology licensing laws, arguing they stifled job opportunities and suppressed a vibrant expression of culture.
It's just a lack of inclusiveness because of ignorance. If you don't have to really think about other people and include other people, you probably won't even, make concessions.
In April of 2004, then Governor Janet Napolitano signed Senate Bill 1159 into law, allowing all natural braiders to practice their art without the hurdles.
I realized I made history.
Essence now travels the world teaching and speaking on how to be successful in the hair braiding industry.
It's crazy to know that I've actually done something that will change the trajectory for many people who are in this industry.
Paving the way for braiders like Adelaide Good, who now owns Rare Essence Salon. She says her goal is to help build confidence in her clients, especially clients of color.
It has been seen so often how many times women and men and children have been discriminated based on certain styles they wear naturally. And it's so protective for our hair, but it's demonized.
But in recent years, she says attitudes towards Black hair is evolving.
Parents with children of color who want to have locks in their hair or braids in their hair, I think they are starting to speak up a little bit more to make the change.
And as we celebrate this Juneteenth,
it's just the whole idea of freedom and being able to, be able to be you. I think that's the reason why I opened up Rare Essence, was to be able to make men, women, and children feel comfortable being their authentic selves and being free to be that, whether it's in their professional life and their personal life. And for many years, we didn't have a place to go.
Now, I want you to pay attention to the way that she was like, they wanted me to go to school. They wanted me to learn. How dare they? This is the roof of Annie Turnbo's school. As an herbalist, I am so in love with this woman. Oh my God, her legacy. This was her garden on top of her school, right? Not only did they learn cosmetology, they also learned herbalism because she was a herbalist and a chemist. Okay, this is her school. It wasn't a little itty bitty school in a corner somewhere. This was a massive university. Do you hear me? Owned by the first Black millionaire in American history, right? And it was a woman, the first Black woman that was a millionaire, and this is her legacy. But we are now doing the whole Team Natural thing where Team Natural is against her, and it demonizes everything she stood for. Everything that Annie Turnbo taught, right, are the things that we now follow, the good cosmetologists in the hair industry. But Team Natural has taught y'all that all of the things that she taught us is wrong. All of the things that she pioneered were wrong. Where in reality, Madam C.J. Walker and Annie Turnbo were not against each other. Madam C.J. Walker was a student of hers. Annie Malone created the pressing comb, but because of the way she taught her students to think for themselves and to engineer things, Madam C.J. Walker was like, okay, based on what you've taught me, yes, this pressing comb is good, but what if we put the teeth closer together? That would make the hair even straighter. And now we have the modern day pressing comb. It was because of the things that Annie Turnbo taught. And understand that Madam C.J. Walker didn't try to reinvent the wheel. She took something that was already done and said, let me go ahead and put some sugar on it. And instead of us looking at the science that Annie Turnbo and the people that came before us, instead of us looking at the information that they left before us and building on top of it like Madam C.J. Walker did, y'all are just walking around like wet puppies, letting people throw water and sugar and apple juice and rice peels and rice nipple juice and pickle juice and everything else on your hair. Instead of following the science, she was an herbalist. She didn't take those herbs, boil them in a pot and put them in your hair. No, she knew how to extract the key constituents out of each herb and make the products out of those raw key constituents, extracts and tinctures and things of that nature. You guys need to dive deeply into your history, because putting random stuff in your hair, walking around with wet hair is not our history. Team Natural is not our history. And that's not, oh, I made history. No, you didn't make history. You destroyed history. That's what happened with the Team Natural community. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it is what it is. And for this reason, y'all cannot tell the difference between professional cosmetologists and little ranky dank, little funky cosmetologists, which is why everybody keeps running into all of these different situations like this. Let's get into it.
I'm sitting outside of my car. As you can see, my hair is not done. I'm laughing because I really feel like crying. I just have to ask God to help me. But, yeah, she had to leave to go pick up her child from school that she didn't tell me about. So I'm supposed to be done at 3. Again, it's just simply not done. And now she has to go pick up her kid. She's like, yeah, you can come meet me back here. She kicked me out of her house. I was supposed to start practice at 3:30. She's not going to be back here till 3:45. Like, she's just been texting the whole entire time. She'll like finish a braid and then be on her phone for literally 20 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. And then she just called this dude, was like FaceTiming him or whatever, yelling at him, screaming. And it's like, I don't even know if I fucking like it. Obviously these aren't completely done yet, but overall, it's just a bust. And I already fucking paid this bitch. I'm sorry. I already fucking paid her, or else I would have.
thinks he has me. He thinks he has got me from the fucking my roots.
I wanna go home. I wanna go.
What? How? I swear to God, you can't make this shit up. I'm getting my hair washed, and then the hair salon calls me, and then they were like, so yeah, then the girl that's washing my hair is like, runs up to me, and she's like, because she was opening the door for someone else, and she was like, what's your name again? And I was like, Alexis? Mid wash, like literally just washed my whole fucking head. I've been here for 30 minutes. And then she was like, oh, honey, you're at the wrong location. So I'm just gonna rinse you out and put some conditioner on, and you can drive 15 minutes to the other one. What? Day in the life. Also, this shit is still about to be like $20 fucking dollars.
How I left the salon versus how I arrived home.
Is it that you don't like you see my work? I think
Yeah, like this do not look like the work I'm seeing here.
like my work is not gonna look like whoever you see. You got orange hair on top of black hair.
I've had like color hair on top of black hair a lot, and my it's never this puffy.
Hug your hair.
I know I've had locks before, so and I've had colored on it, but it's never this puffy. It's
Okay, so what you want me to do?
can I have my deposit back? Cause this like you can like honestly you can like cut the bottoms and stuff.
And me, you know you can get up go to jail for that, right?
Okay, like I said, you can take these out. I don't have a problem with paying you. I don't like this.
Okay.
Like I'm recording this now,
Okay.
so we can take these out. You
Okay,
can cut
but
them.
that's by taking when you get a service and then you don't pay for it. So you got the service and you have not paid for it.
So I paid half for it. I don't like the service, and you can take the service out.
Okay,
like I
so it'll be
said.
a takedown fee on top of the install fee. You got the install. I just called Fulton County or
That's fine. You can call them, and I can tell them.
Taking you got a service, but you.
That's
have
fine. You can call them, and we can wait for them.
Service.
And we can pay for them. Broadcast it. This woman here has put this hot mess in my head and is now calling the cops on me because I don't want to pay for it, and I asked her to take it down.
I rendered a service for an individual. However, I had so many issues at my salon, so I couldn't render it.
This woman has put this in my head and wants me to pay for it.
Not willing to pay, so I advised her that step by taking if she does not want to pay for the service. However, she asked me to take the service down. I told her that I could, but that's still a fee. However, she's not willing to pay anything.
Don't lie to the police, babe. I asked her to give me my money back because this is a hot mess, so she can take this out.
Trying to leave, and she's yelling outside.
Babe, I'm not trying to leave, and they can watch the video.
She's yelling outside the apartment.
Okay, well they can watch my video.
Yeah. She's trying to leave in a Murano, I think SL, Navy Blue, and she's recording me, but I haven't did anything wrong.
You're lying to the police right now, so I'm just you're lying to the you're lying to the police right now. You're on video, so you're lying to the police right now.
No, no way. No. Okay.
This is a hot ass mess. They're just not even running. So.
You can leave.
Oh no, we can wait for the police to get here, and I'm on live too, so we can wait for the police to get here. Hey, are the police on the way? Because I would like to wait for them to get here. I would like to wait for the police to get here so I can explain to them. Can I have my money back, please? Because I can call them.
So you guys go to random chicks who have little specials posted online with no education because it's something that you guys did not require. When it comes to Team Natural, the only reason that these women were able to get away with the things that they were able to get away with is because the black woman who is the consumer supported them. You guys were with them in court. You guys were with them signing petitions. I know for a fact because I was there on the opposite side. So nobody came and was like, oh, black women, we don't do black hair and all that. None of that happened. But it is so easy for black women to be turned against each other within our core. It has nothing to do with any other race on the outside. Black women who call themselves Team Natural Stylists, the ones at the very beginning, the reasons that you no longer are required to have a cosmetology license is because they went to the state. They went to the government and said, we're black, we shouldn't have to go to school. I don't have time to go to school. When we was black, they used to shave our heads bald as a punishment, and policing black women and the way that they do hair is another form of racism. That's what happened. But this is our true rich history, and because of Team Natural and the way that they fought against professional cosmetologists in the court system, forget what y'all talking about here on YouTube, the way that Team Natural fought professional cosmetologists in the court system made it so that this industry is so muddy. So now in 2024, all of the cosmetologists that are going to school now in 2024, it's up to you to make a decision. Now you're gonna have to figure out which type of cosmetologist do you want to be. Are you gonna be the one that plays in hair like the rest of y'all that's already out there playing in hair? Why not make your ancestors look good? Why not stop playing in hair and go learn the real science of the human body? Get a cosmetology license and pick which part of the body you want to service. With my cosmetology license, I can service everything from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, but I only picked hair. I could do nails, I could do skin, I could do facials, I could do waxing, I could do toes, but I chose hair. And look at how grand this school was, y'all. Like, y'all have to take the chains off. You are so free that you choose your own chains.
Many of the top companies to this day have used her blueprint. Hello?
Hello. Oh, you have her face. Oh, honey.
You're so funny now, and I get this all the time. Yeah.
Sorry. I promised myself.
Sorry.
When we talked the last time, I told myself, I was like, Sin, when you see this woman, do not let the first thing that comes out of your mouth be, girl, you look just like your auntie, but I can't help it. It's like when you've been researching a person for like,
and that's all I get.
Oh my God, history is like right there. Oh my God.
And that's always the funniest part. I'm doing very well, and that's always the funniest part, but also the most humbling, because whenever I make these statements or I talk to people about my aunt, you know, some people over the phone don't really know what to believe, and then as soon as they see a picture, they're like, oh, okay, cool.
It's like
there's nothing else to say. And it was really humbling when I met people who knew her. So I met, you know, some of her students and, you know, her personal assistant even, who was with her the last 10 years of her life. He's 97. And the fact that when he met me, as soon as I sat down, he was like, oh my God.
Yes, you heard it right. That is Sasha Turnbo, Annie Turnbo's blood relative. This is like her great niece. Okay, you guys, if you want to see the full video and learn even more about the history of Annie Malone from her blood, then make sure you check the links in the description box below. I have 2 videos where we go really deep into it. But if you come across my channel for the first time, you're like, oh, Cian hates Team Natural, Cian hates natural hair. No, I do not hate natural hair. I cannot stand the laziness that black wannabe professionals brought into this industry. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to say. See you in my next video.